Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a short video on how to set up MyFitnessPal and just a brief explanation of what Iifym means. I'm not going to get into the science, number one, because I am not a biochemist or physicist or physiologist or whatever. And the peer-reviewed articles out there with regards to macro composition and the controversy with clean eating and plant-based eating and vegetarian and all these different types of things. I'm just going to do a brief explanation of Iifym, and I'm going to do a screen share so you can see what we're going to do. So first, Iifym is if it fits your macros, and your macros include your fat, your protein, your carbs, and your fiber. Basically, you want to make sure that they're at certain levels in order to get the body composition or physique that you're after. If you want to lose weight, they're going to be at a different number than they would be if you wanted to gain weight or gain muscle or tone up, which is the same thing. So if you want to use these numbers, this is just a very generic website that you can go to. You can have them professionally calculated. If you want information on that, myself or Stephanie Keller or Amanda Brown would be great resources to find out information who could do that. So this is just a generic calculator, how to calculate your macros. So it's iifym.com. And you're just going to select your stats, and I'm okay with you guys knowing my information. And hello. Okay, so I am 29, and I'm 6 feet tall, and I'm 190-ish. And you're just going to leave this the same. Depending on your activity, I say that I'm sedentary because I'm mostly doing this. I walk around and clean a little bit. Days per week exercising, you want to be realistic about this. I'm usually a good 5. And I would say approximately estimating how many minutes per day of those 5 that I complete, including lifting weights and cardio, I would say an estimated 30, probably maybe, I don't know, give or take on every different day. Usually moderate. Mine fluctuates between moderate and difficult, so we're just going to say moderate this time. And if you want to lose weight or cut, they always say to go with the suggested. If you want to maintain your current body composition, you're going to do maintain. If you want to add muscle, you're going to do bulking. And if you're a super expert, you can do your custom. Probably going to have me sign in here. Well, probably already signed in. I hate talking about this because it's so controversial. People are very touchy about the food and how much intake, and it's just a big controversy. I've been told by personal trainers and other people that do the macros, like one of the person who actually did my numbers. She said to go for no less than 1. Actually 1.25, I think she said. So I'm just going to set my proteins at 1, leave your fat at 0.4, and then your carbs stay the same. And you're going to look at these numbers right here. And this is what these are the numbers that you're going to, or these are the percentages that you're going to try to hit in MyFitnessPal. I'm leaving a lot of detailed information out because I just want to give you a brief overview. You can get the premium membership through MyFitnessPal, or I've heard that you can download something to get around that or whatever, I'm not sure, in order to hit these percentages specifically, but I just do a rounded estimate on MyFitnessPal. We'll get to that in a minute. There are schools of thought out there that you can do a balance of, I believe it's 35, you can do 35%, and then you can do 30, and then 35 again, which will equal 100%. So this is your base metabolic rate. This is what you're going to burn when you're just doing nothing. And again, this is just a rough estimate. This is not 100% accurate, I would guess, because there's a lot of other factors that figure into the equation. So I like to keep my protein and my carbs a little bit closer. That's just personal preference. You don't want to have these so extreme that you're just setting yourself up for failure. I don't know. So anyways, this is basically how you do it, and then you're going to enter these numbers into MyFitnessPal, which we will now go over to. So it's myfitnesspal.com. I'm already signed in, and we're just going to go with my numbers. So I have 1931 for calories, and you're really going to focus on your macros if you want to try to do the macro composition. It can be frustrating the first couple weeks, kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. There are groups out there. Iifym Women's Exclusive is a great resource, lots of information in the file section. Lots of very educated people in that group that can help you calculate your numbers more specifically. I had mine calculated, but I would need to have those done because I have gained some weight since then. So you're just going to sign up for an account. When you get your free account, you can either choose to go with what they give you according to the information that you put in there. I want to say it's usually an estimated 1,200 to 1,300 calories. If you go with that, you're going to want to add your workouts in there, and you still may fall short on what you really need for your calories for the day, but you're going to lose weight because you're eating at a deficit. But that's a different story. If you are going by what MyFitnessPal numbers do give you instead of following the macros, make sure you add your workouts in there. Try to get as good of a calculation of your calories as you can, because you're going to want to eat those calories. Because 1,200 calories is not a lot. It is not a lot. If I wasn't doing my macros, they'd have me at 1,300 calories, and then I would only be probably adding back another 300 calories, so I'd only be at 1,600, and yeah, I'd rather have 1,900 and still be able to lose weight. Yes, it's a little bit slower, but I think the process will hold longer. The weight loss will hold longer. Anyways, so you're going to go up here to goals, and you're going to go to, if you have the premium, then you can set these specifically to the number indicated on your macro site or calculated by a professional, which I am not. You're going to go to daily nutrition goals and edit. Mine are already set, so I just use the numbers here. Again, these are not the numbers because I didn't calculate it. I use the numbers from here though. And I just tried to get as close as possible to the composition that I want. Realistically, I'm not going to set my fat at 20 or 15, and I'm not going to set my carb at 15 and then do complete protein, because for me, realistically, I know that's not going to happen. I'm going to set myself up for failure, and I'm going to say, skip this. So then you're going to save your changes. I'm not going to save those because I don't want them to undo what I already do. And then you're going to set up your workouts. I have mine set up to an hour because that's usually what it comes out to. I do a couple workouts, but you can also calculate your micronutrients. This is a pretty good site to use. It's a great app that you can use on your phone. They actually have a scan bar, which is really nice. If you type in your food, and there are a lot of different options in there that have all different numbers. Then you're going to go up to your food, and you're just going to start entering what you have. Now, I already have a base of foods that I normally have go to. Now, don't judge my food. So, put hot chocolate in my coffee in the morning. This, alright, let's just be honest, I had a lot. And then that. And then you just add it. Then you can scroll down and see okay, so my breakfast came to 593 calories, 54 carbs, 35 fat. From the peanut butter, but I'll be doing 2 nice workouts today, so including the 22-minute hardcore. So, and then some sodium and some sugar. And then you can come down here and see what you have remaining. So now see, I still have all of these remaining, and then I'll just add them throughout the day. You can go up here and add your exercise. It's hard to do strength training, so I just wear my Polar and count my calories, and I just put it in that way. You can see all the different ones that I have kind of set in there, and then I just adjust the numbers according to whatever the results are for that day. And you can, there's some nice reports that you can use in here to kind of see the statistics of how you've been doing, which you're going to know. As long as you're tracking, you're going to get the desired body composition that you want. Make sure you are eating all of your calories, all of your macronutrients, whichever way you go. That's the best way to do it, because a lot of people don't eat enough, and a lot of people overeat, including me with peanut butter. So you can also put meals in here. You can put your recipes in here. There's a lot of different things you can do in here. It's a very popular site. There are other sites and apps out there. This is the one I'm most familiar with, and I hope that this is clear for you. I hope I didn't give you too much confusing information. Again, you can either use MyFitnessPal numbers that they give you. Make sure you add your calories back in from your workout, or you can try the macros. And again, you can talk to Stephanie about this. You can ask me some more questions. It is a pretty in-depth topic, so if you have any questions, just let me know, and you can comment here or hit me up at Fit Club.